forward. You know, like sometimes you say, hey, this was a good run behind this horse and that. I can go and take its last run out
Yes.
and edit it into the video.
Okay, okay.
You know, if you say, oh, this was running on nicely and it's 3 kilos better off or whatever, then I can put a little arrow on the horse
Okay,
and then show the last 200 meters or something.
okay, okay.
Just a bit of
Keep that in mind.
I must just tell you, Joe Soma has told anyone that's got a pair of ears, if that horse you were riding for him was drawn better, it would be a matter of how far.
Okay. Well, it's last year.
But that draw is difficult. Because I think you've got the extreme outside draw, is it?
Yeah. No, it's all right. Alright, but I'm ready when you are, Titch. You tell me.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, we can fire away. Let me just make sure it's recording, otherwise I'm going to have to phone you back at 2:30 tomorrow morning.
Okay. Are you, do you listen while I go through this or not?
Yes, I do now.
Okay.
I used to during the day just so that there's no noise, but it's dead quiet now. So.
Okay, because then I'll between races, I'll stop. Then I must see if I can find a horse, like you said, and you can put an arrow in it,
Yes, then you can just say, have a look at this run, and then later I'll edit it in.
Okay. Okay, you ready for me?
Whenever you are, but
okay, right. Good day, I'll be just. Okay, so it
Pierre, can you give us 1 sec? Let me just turn my volume down. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Maybe we could. Let me just see here. Audio settings. I must tell you just quickly. You got 3 new members tonight. The last one was at about 8:45.
Yeah.
Was Anthony Kalil.
Okay.
He's got horses with Gary.
I love it.
He's got that hot spot place in Heidelberg.
Okay. Well, that's good. We're getting somewhere now.
And about 6 bookmakers.
Okay. So if I ever go with them, I'll get it.
Yeah, good. I love it. And Rickyson put his Clark on so that he doesn't have his name there.
Okay. All right. You ready for me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be covering Turfentine Racecourse Inside Track, Saturday 28th of June. Just remember, track's still firm. Obviously no rain, it's winter, and draws are important at certain distances. First race, juvenile plate for fillies over 1600. Quite a competitive race. A lot of horses with chances. Initially, I thought number 4 Gold Cup Girl is horse to beat, but I've gone through my form grids form, and a horse like number 6 Kissimmee finished ahead of Pennington Sands, and Gold Cup Girl finished behind Pennington Sands. Unfortunately, Kissimmee is drawn 10. Other horses with form is Mystic Express. Not sure if she's going to see out the 1600. Sometimes she shows a lot of speed. In fact, when I rode her, I thought I didn't ride her. She got scratched at the start. She injured herself. But just feeling on the way to the start, it felt like she's more of a sprinter to me. The other horse is number 9, Rascality. Ran second. Got beaten 3 lengths without Bang Su. Bang Su didn't do anything for the form, and in fact, any other horses in that form line hasn't really done it either. I thought she could use run second, and she can still improve. But in saying that, the form's not great. Now, the interesting horse here could be number 1, Bodija. She finished 9 lengths behind Love to Sail. It's quite a way behind. But there was quite a couple of winners in that race. And Love to Sail, I think they rate her. In fact, I'm riding on July Day in the fillies 2-year-old race. So I'm hoping Badeja does well, so that I've got at least some sort of a chance on July Day. Money has come for her as well, so she could be at 6-1 at this stage. She could be some value. I'm leaning towards number 9, Rascality. Another form's weak, but there's scope for improvement. Second, number 6, Kisame, and then I'm going to put in number 1, Badeja. Race 2, 800 meters for maiden fillies. A lot of them had many chances, and I don't know if you can really bank anything, but if you had to lean towards a horse for your bar pots or whatever, probably number 3, Gusty Gal, Gavin Arena top form, Johan Janssen van Turen top form, and I think she's got the form. The only other horse that I thought could give her a go is number 1, Mystical Star. But, she was also well beaten last time by a moderate bunch. The others don't give much of a chance. In fact, I'm riding Chatterton, and for those who listened last week, I think she was tipped by many hunters or tipsters, and I said I don't think she'll enjoy the inside track. Tomorrow again is the inside track. I think the extra 200 meter might suit her compared to last week. I still don't think inside tracks are in her favour. In fact, I phoned for number 4, Layers Little Love first. I thought she's a horse that pulls, and so she needs to get cover. And now she's drawn 1, so she'll have the run of the race, not that far behind as she's been coming from, and so she could run a big race. Another horse that I've ridden, Mulberry Bay, I rode her last time. She was drawn a bit wide, and we were caught wide all the way, and she was pulling at the same time. So you could forgive her, but I'm not sure if she stays the distance. I actually thought she could come back to a shorter distance. So I'm leaning towards number 3, Gusty Gal. Second, number 1, Mystical Star. And third, number 4, Layers Little Love.
Yeah, I just want to close the door. There's a dog barking next door here.
Okay. I'm not hearing anything from your side. Okay.
Yeah.
Race 3, 1600 meters for juveniles, and another tough race. There's a form line. There's 2 form lines. The one is behind Lonely Are the Brave, and other horses are behind Amazing Strike. Maybe I'm wrong, but I found Lonely Are the Brave with a slightly stronger form line. And that's why I'm leaning towards number 13, Wilding. And why I'm saying Wilding, my horse, the Blue Streak, finished ahead of it last time. But Wilding is quite a quirky horse. He apparently is a bit of a dull. And so he can play up. I think something went wrong last time, and he played up a bit. So hopefully he'll be better behaved now that he's had 2 runs. The fact that he's drawn 6 is a huge advantage. That's why I've gone for him and not the Blue Streak. The Blue Streak's drawn very wide. In fact, all the other horses with some form is drawn wide. Number 1, Crete, and so is number 12, Victorious Royal. Now, they all finish very close to one another, and these are juveniles. Anything can improve to win this. The other horse, obviously, got to include is number 3, Intanda Kazi. But as I said, that's finished behind Amazing Strike, and I think maybe Lonely Are the Brave form could be stronger. Another horse to consider could be Orvieta. I see some money's come for it, but he's had 2 chances and it's been sort of moderate, so yeah, very difficult to go with that. I'll make it a very difficult race, but I'm leaning towards number 13, Wilding, with no certainty. Obviously, I'm going to include 1, Crete, 10, the Blue Streak, and 12, Victorious Royal. Race 4, 1,000 meters for maidens. Draw very important. You jump away right on the turn. I initially tried to get the ride on number 1, King of Cloth. Couldn't get the ride. His form is not wonderful, but he's got the highest race figure, and well, it's a small field, so he's drawn quite well. I just think maybe he can make some improvements. Also, Jimmy Jagger, number 2, has had quite a couple of runs, and nothing to write home about. Number 3, Dravidian, coming off a rest, but he's always a spiritual noise and a lot of issues, and he's got the worst of the draw, so I can't go with him. Bazooka Island, weakish form. Can't really go with anything here. So it's either the first 2, King of Cloth and Jimmy Jagger, or the first timer, number 9, Corolla Sada. It doesn't have to be too good to win this race. So, difficult to assess the race with the 1 and 2 being that weak, and number 9 being the first timer. Race 5, Pinnacle Stakes, so your best rated horses normally should fight this out, and the best rated horse here is Radio Sue. In fact, I think she's got the best form, she's gone this distance before, and she should win this race. The fact that she can race from Hanley or just off them makes it all that much easier for her, and of the dangers, I can only see number 7, Sisters of Mercy. But I'm not sure if Sisters of Mercy will stay the distance. I think she's got a habit of pulling, so the jockeys have to give her a chance. So she might just be further back than she wants to be, where Radio Sue could have the run of the race because she's an easy horse to ride. I'm riding Kobe. She's not well in at the weight. In fact, she's well beaten by a couple, and she's worse off at the weight. I do think the 2,600 will be more in her favour compared to the 2,000 last time, because last time I rode her, Radio Sue was in front. She didn't go that fast. They sprinted for home, and Kobe got left behind. She sort of made up ground at the end when the race was over. So this 2,600 should be in her favour, but in saying that, it's going to be inside track. If Radio Sue's up handy with Kobe and they accelerate for home, well, last time Radio Sue left her behind. So I can't see Kobe turning the form around with Radio Sue. And for that reason, I'll make her my banker.
You want me to put that last run up on in between, Pierre?
Yeah, okay, with her, because
I'll do that Radio Sue and Kobe run.
Yeah, because basically I explained how slow the pace. The pace was slow, and they sprinted for home, and Radio Sue left us behind.
100%.
And then this inside track, you need to accelerate.
Yeah, Roy makes that a certainty. He told that Oak Sean for this.
Okay. Race 6, once again, quite a difficult race. I was meant to ride number 15, Aiki Bay. She didn't make the field. She's reserve 1. But in saying that, there is not great form to go on. The fact that she's drawn 1 and lost the last couple of runs, she's had some bad draws. I thought it could be worth taking a chance, and she's dropping slightly in the race figure. But anyway, she might not even get in. I've basically found 3 horses. Number 2, Stylish Bay. Number 6, Knock Knock. And number 11, With Her Approval. Now, With Her Approval is drawn 12. Not a good draw, but it's got 2.5 kilogram claiming, but it's been having claiming for quite a while. Number 6, Knock Knock, drawn 13. shocking draw. So those two, even though they got some form, they got a lot against them. That's why I'm leaning towards number 2, Stylish Bay. She's drawn 6. She's got 2.5 kilogram claim on her. But if you look at her form, she's done well over more distance. But she's had a 3-month break. So drawn well, claiming, good race fresh. Over this 14-15, important to be drawn well. She could just be thereabout or around just off the pace, and maybe by being fresh, she could sprint home. I think she's run against stronger, so she's my first pick. Other also chances could be Lizzie Gray, but she's drawn badly. Inventive Girl, drawn bad. Not sure if she really stays either. I thought of including number 9, Devora. That's on one run she's also held. The last run was a good run, but you're looking at one good run, so it's a tough race, and that's why I'm leaning towards number 2, Stylish Bay, to win it.
Yeah, just quickly, that company, Henley, they're going to be renting a house in La Lucia for all their jobs. So if ever you're in Durban,
Yes.
they're going to have a car there to fetch you. You stay at the house, and it's a stunning house, 6-bedroom home.
Wow. Where's La Lucia again? Up north, isn't it?
Just by Umhlanga, next to Umhlanga.
Okay.
It's that Bruce Lynn, that Chinaman's ex-house. He's bought another one, and they're going to be renting this one from him. It's got a full-size snooker table, a 12-seater, like a movie house downstairs.
Wow.
With a big screen, and brilliant. So that'll be from the end of July. So anytime you come down to Raja,
yes,
they've got the car there, the Oak Wolf. They've got a full-time caretaker there. So he'll fetch you at the airport, drop you back, take you to the course, and then you'll have the house to stay in as well.
Wow, that's wonderful, eh? Sure.
And they've got a family room there. So if you come down with Oliver and your missus, you'll have your own room and everything. It'll be great.
Unbelievable. That sounds great, eh? Sure. Oh, very nice.
Richard Fourie is going to be carrying the cap in Cape Town.
Who's that?
Richard Fourie.
Yeah.
Richard Fourie and Xavier, that little kid, Xavier, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 Cape Town guys.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. Okay, yes, I forgot to ask the cash again. All right. For Joburg, I forgot to ask the cash. All right. Race 7, another 1450 meters for fillies. I thought it was quite a difficult weekies race, except for one of number 2, the Sama Mucha. She's drawn 9, but there are some reserve runners, so she could come in quite a bit. But she's got speed, so she can overcome a draw. And the fact that the track's fast, it's a 1450 meter race, she's got speed, she should be able to be nicely placed. This race is probably made for her. In fact, I signed for number 3, Perfect Winter, and there was some mixed up, but that's how it goes. I'm not riding her, but I still think the track is too fast for Perfect Winter. She's probably going to make up some ground. I don't know if she's going to be good enough to get there. Number 4, Terra Mariana. I sometimes don't think the KwaZulu-Natal form line is that strong. And so, not sure if she's going to really perform up here in Joburg. Another also the chance, like the Willa drawn wide. Other horses I found on the day was Bermuda Bowl. It's got claiming, 2.5 kilogram claiming, drawn 1, and so it should have the run of the race as well. Another horse that if it comes into the race, it's a reserve 1, is Wisdom Stone. So if there's a scratching and that comes in, without a doubt, has to be included. Good draw if it runs. And I actually make her the only danger to to number 2, the Sona Mucho. So, in a way, take a chance with banker number 2, the Sona Mucho and PAs. If you want to, maybe even pick 6. Back up number 15 if it comes in Wisdom Stone, as to be included. Otherwise, quite a weak lot, and if those first 2 go missing, then the race is wide open. You don't want to show this one as well, Tech?
Yeah, sure. The Basuma Mucho's last run.
Yes.
Let me just make a note of it. The last run is, right?
The last run, yes.
Okay. Is there any horses in the form line that were in that race that I need to point out?
Okay, yeah. They ran behind Lizzie Gray, so it will be number 6, Like the Willow. But she ran nowhere. Yeah.
But I'll still put an arrow there.
Yeah, so it's those 2.
Okay, perfect.
Race 8, 600-meter race. Once again, quite a competitive race. I'm riding number 4, National Key. He's well held in form, but at least he's drawn 1. So, hoping for the best. I'm leaning towards number 2, Rocker's Luck. He's had his issues. He comes from a little bit far behind, but there should be a decent pace here, and it could just work out for him. I initially thought Mesa could be the main runner here, as he finished in front of National Key and Brooks Club, and but then he was well beaten by Rocker's Luck before. And Rocker's Luck last run, he went all the way to Durban, that big Scottsville meeting, and he didn't disgrace himself. So I'm leaning towards Rocker's Luck. The other horse that I thought's got a good chance is number 6, Money Grabber, and those are my 3 selections: Rocker's Luck, Mesa, Money Grabber. I'm hoping that Mesa runs well and Brooks Club runs well, because if they don't run well, then I'm in trouble with half the deficit for the July. These 2 horses finished just beyond half the deficit, and to be honest, there's a couple of horses in this race who wouldn't make the field of the July. For instance, a horse that I thought got a chance, number 10, Indian River. These horses, I mean, he's got an 81 race figure. If you run horses in the July, they've got 110 race figure, 100 race figure. So it's making me a bit worried about half the deficit chances in the July. Anyway, we're out there trying to win it, and we hope for the best. I'm leaning towards number 2, Rocker's Luck, 2nd, number 1, Mesa, 3rd, number 6, Money Grabber, and 4th, number 3, Brooks Club. Others with chances: Hillbrow is run against the top 3-year-olds. I think the 3-year-olds are quite strong this year, so he's got to be included. And number 10, Indian River. Right. Tej?
Yes. Oh, is that it? Sorry, but.
No. Okay, race 9.
Right.
Maybe if you can do Radio Waves.
Radio Wave. Okay.
Because then Radio Waves and Rambo in the same race. In fact, and so is Sovereign Mint, and so is Move Like Jagger.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, I want to point this race. Obviously, we'll give my story, and then maybe people will see what I mean.
100%.
Race 9, another 1600-meter race. I'm riding Away Captain. Well, he's an 8-year-old. In a month's time, he's a 9-year-old. He's held on form, and I'll be quite happy with the place in this field. It's a very competitive field. I tried to get the ride on Henry Higgins. Well, as hard as I tried, couldn't get the ride. no idea why I can't get the ride. Done well for me, so anyway, we've got to move on. I actually think Henry Higgins is a horse to beat on form. But I'm a little bit concerned that a 1600 meter is not really his game. He struggles to quicken up, and now it's on the inside track, which is even more of an issue. So I'm going to lean towards number 5, Radio Waves. And I'll tell you why I like Radio Waves. He just beat Rambo, but he's better off at the weights. He's got claiming now, and he's drawn 1. But the other reason why I like Radio Waves, if you look on that last run, Radio Waves was quite handy, and the pace was very fast. The fact that the jock made quite an early move, he speaks a lot for this horse's form. And why I'm saying that, all the horses that came from behind ran well. Rambo normally gets to the front, couldn't get to the front. And he came from 8 lengths behind to just get beat. So, Sovereign Mint number 7, they came from 7 lengths behind to get beaten 3/4 of a length. All these horses were far behind, making up ground because the pace was too fast. Radio Waves was up handy, and yet it stayed on to win the race. That's why I like Radio Waves. He's getting claiming of 2.5 kilograms. He's drawn 1. He could be the horse that could win this race, and he's 14-1. Nice value.
That's a perfect race because you've got those. Yeah, I'll do that one nicely. I'll show them the last like 400 meters.
Okay.
Also, what I've had a few requests for here is they've asked me just to ask you your thoughts on your horses, your July horses gallop.
Okay. When do you want me to?
You can do it now, then I'll edit it into the end after the last race.
Okay. All right.
Hoppa. Hold on.